I guess I want to start by asking, how have those 2 years been? Because we talk about a game of making big moves. You literally made a big move out from the East Coast to the West Coast, right?
I did. You know what? I've been enjoying my time on the West Coast so much. I was a little nervous at first, but I made so many new friends, and there's nothing that compares to walking your dog and wearing shorts in December.
Exactly.
I do not miss the New Jersey weather. I'm sorry, I don't.
Oh my God. Well, how does it feel for you to have, such a big game go down in such a big way, and then to have, granted, it's still 2 years, but like still a pretty quick turnaround, How much do you feel this approach to 50 is going to be muscle memory versus some new stuff that you're bringing in for Tiffany 2.0?
I think it'll probably be about 75% muscle memory.
Okay.
And then 25% Tiffany 2.0. Because obviously I don't want to play the game completely the same way I played because I lost. So we're going to do things a little differently this time. But for the most part, I am proud of the game I played the first time. So I don't want to scrap it all,
Yeah.
And also, we don't really know what we're walking into. The fans are voting on things. Jeff is crazy. We could be walking into anything when we get out there. So I got to stay quick on my toes.
So one of the things, and who knows, there's the final vote of the fans is that we might not even have idols in the game. But if we do, of course, one of the big things was the plight of poor Idolicia.
Yeah.
Went out in your pocket. Are you approaching either looking for them or playing them in a different way, considering how things went down last time?
I am not approaching looking for them in a different way.
Okay.
I am approaching talking about them in a different way. Really not at all. If I do,
all right, so are we redoing this hot take again?
We're gonna do that hot take, but this time I'm actually gonna do what I say, and I'm actually gonna shut my mouth. And I'm gonna play it, but an idol is a very tricky thing. Like just because you have it doesn't mean you know when to use it. It's a gamble whether you play it right or whether you don't. So. Still gonna look for it. Hopefully keeping my mouth shut lets me hold on to it a little bit longer, but I'm gonna roll with my gut this time. So if my gut tells me to whip that thing out, I'm gonna whip it out whether I'm right or wrong.
So something that I know you and I talked about after your episode is that you were surprised watching the episodes back how big of a target you were, that you didn't necessarily realize that while you were on the island. Does that give you a new perspective this time around? Are there like telltale signs you have to watch out for now?
You know what? I have to sit and think about the signs that I need to look for this time, because realizing that I was as big of a target as I was definitely an eye-opening experience for me.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's a way to shake that. I am who I am. I'm going to be who I'm going to be. But I think the thing that's different this time around is I'm not the only target out there. I might be Tiffany, but guess what? Ozzy's right there.
Yeah.
Cirie's right there. Christian's right there. Aubry's right behind me. What you looking at on me for? I didn't even play my idol. I went home with it in my pocket. There's much bigger targets out here.
Yeah. You also, when we talked out here before, you had said that you self-admittedly didn't have much of a filter. Is that something that you're going to try to hold back on here? Or is it more so, listen, it got me so far being myself last time, I'm just going to continue to keep going down that path?
Yeah, one thing will remain true. I'm always going to be me.
And we love it. And we love it.
I'm not going to change who I am. Now, one thing that I am trying to work on is giving away how I feel with my facial expressions, because I feel like I don't have a very good poker face, and we're going to work on that this time. But as far as authenticity goes, I'm still going to be me. That's in my DNA.
Was there a difference in prep for you for 50 versus 46? Other things you didn't do or things you're now doing additionally?
I don't think the prep was too different, at least not physicality wise. I did focus more on mental fortitude this time around, because I feel like that's where I struggled the first time.
Oh, interesting.
You can be, and one thing about me is I can be, looking cool and calm and collected on the surface, but internally there's a storm going on.
It's like that duck on water.
I'm the duck. I'm cool on the surface, but I'm paddling for my life underneath. And I think this time I worked, my strategy was to kind of just work on staying mentally strong in the face of adversity, because a lot of times when people get frazzled, they make mistakes.
Yeah.
And I did that. I got frazzled, and instead of sitting down and focusing on what my next steps would be, I just let my emotions guide me, and then I ended up just cussing Q out, and then, I got mad, I was running around the beach like a crazy person, so we're not going to do that this time.
Well, let's talk about some of these people that you will not be cursing out. So we're gonna play a little game right now. It's called Friend or Foe.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you a list of the cast, and one at a time, you can just give me rapid fire if they're a friend, if you think this is someone that you wanna work with, and if there's a foe, if it's someone that either you feel like you're not vibing with right now, or there's someone that you would want to get rid of as a threat. And you can provide explanations if you want to. We can certainly get into a couple of those pre-existing relationships.
This is so hard. I feel like everybody's a potential friend.
Until they're potential foes.
Exactly. That's the thing. It's so hard for me to call somebody a foe until they do something to make me think that. But I'll play along.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'll play along.
Well, let's start at the beginning here. Jenna.
Friend.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I changed that foe.
see, yeah. Look at you coming and being like, this is going to be so hard. No, she's a foe.
No, I changed that foe. She seems very shrewd. She seems like she pays attention to a lot of things. And me, as a person who wears my emotions on my face, I feel like it might be difficult to get things around her.
How about Colby?
Foe.
Same thing, or?
He just seems very stoic. And I'm more of like a bubbly person, so I don't know how we would gel. I mean, it could just be, everybody has their game face on, but just preconceptions.
Stephanie?
Friend.
Okay.
She seems like she has a similar personality to mine. Like, she seems effervescent, bubbly, fun.
On that note, Cirie.
Friend.
Okay, what's the pause for?
Pause because Cirie is one of those people that is like, larger than life when you think about Survivor. But I don't feel like an intimidation factor. It's just that, like, it's Cirie. But I do think that I could work with her. She's very graceful, and she seems like she would make a good ally.
How about Ozzy? A smile can say 1,000 words, Tiff.
Bro.
So you're going for the medium here.
We could go either way.
You can create a new word. You can go with fro.
Fro. We're going to go with fro. Friend or
He's got a little bit of a fro with that hair.
We're going to go either way. I don't know.
What is it? Is it just like, it's just difficult to pick up anything from him?
It's not difficult to pick up anything, but he gives me vibes like he can flip a switch. Like, he could be your friend one day, but I don't think that is always going to be the case. So it's hard to read that one.
How about Coach?
Friend.
Okay.
I think he could be friends. I noticed that he has his big toenails painted, and that gives me like an artsy vibe. So I feel like
only one.
Only
big
one
toe?
big toe. His big toe was painted. I didn't see paint on the other toes, and I'm like, I like that.
How about Aubry?
Friend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just vibing with her.
I don't know. She just gives me like quirky vibes. I feel like I'm a little bit of a quirky person. I think I could vibe with her.
Chrissy.
Friend. Yeah, she seems really sweet. Yeah. Obviously, these are people that I haven't spoken a word to, but just her aura, her vibe, she gives like a very sweet and nurturing vibe.
Let's get into our David versus Goliath people.
Okay.
Angelina.
Foe.
Ooh, okay.
Foe.
Why is that?
She just seems like a person that will play hard right out of the gate, and just like somebody that I will have to watch. Like, immediately. I don't know why. Those are just the vibes. I haven't spoken a word to her. Just the vibes.
How about Christian?
Friend.
Okay.
He's such a cutie patootie. Like, I think that we would be friends.
And Mike White?
Friend, for sure. I feel like we could have a nice little kiki session. He seems funny. Like,
pour the wine.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about Rick Devens.
Foe.
Tell me why.
So, not because of anything he's done, but just he seems overly friendly. Like, almost like it's trying to suck you in. Like, you cannot trick me. You cannot trick me. So, yeah, it seems like, give me sneaky vibes a little bit. Yeah.
Well, let's start getting to your era, the new era.
God.
Give me your thoughts on Jonathan.
Ooh, I think Jonathan could be a friend.
Okay.
Yeah. He seems like he's level-headed. He doesn't seem like somebody who's going to make rash decisions. And somebody that could talk to rationally when things hit the fan.
How about D?
Oh, that's tough. Can we go fro? We're gonna flirt with the line
fro?
of fro.
Okay, all right.
Because obviously I know that D and I could vibe. I've met D. I'm cool with D, but also I know how hard D plays. So like, we could clash. I don't know.
Yeah. What about Emily?
Fo.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like Emily is another one that I might have to watch for no particular reason. She's very sweet, but She seems calculated.
I mean, I imagine this is a bit of the thing as we're going to continue to get through this, is like the people whose seasons that you're in proximity with. I know there's a lot in the Survivor community about like you typically interact a lot
of the new era people I have met.
Yeah.
So it's like these are people that I've spoken to, I've hung out with, and like, I mean, by no stretch of the imagination am I besties with any of them, but just vibes.
Okay, well, let's get into the big vibes of season 46, shall we?
Okay.
So what's your headspace with Charlie right now?
I think Charlie and I could start off as friends, but also he is somebody who wrote my name down. So both eyes will be open, and then the third eye is going to be open there too, and maybe a couple eyes in the back of my head, because I know how Charlie plays. I've played with Charlie. Charlie is a person that will stab you in the back while smiling in your face. So we could be frenemies.
Well, on that note, we got to open up that box. Give me your thoughts on Q coming into 50.
Q. This is also a tough one. Contrary to popular belief, Q and I are friends. Like, we are actually friends. So, it's weird to say, but we're going to go fro.
Okay, we're going
with
fro.
Q. We're going to go fro.
You're hedging your bets a little bit, you know?
I'm not going to put any faith in Q, because at the end of the day, he is Q.
Yeah.
But, you know, we're cool. We've buried the hatchet. We became cool instantly when he got back to Ponderosa.
Oh, really?
Yeah, as soon as he stepped on the beach, we like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
But Survivor Tiffany and Survivor Q are not friends.
Yeah.
Real life Tiffany, real life Q are friends.
Well, so to that point, you know, I'm sure that's a perception coming in. Is that something you plan to, like, steer into, to be like, no, Q and I, look what we were doing. Like, there's no way we're doing anything together.
Yeah, no. I'm not going to go out there and put on a charade like Q and I aren't friends. Because, again, these are people that know me. These are people that follow me on social media. These are people that I've hung out with at parties. They see me and Q talking. They see us hanging out. Like, that would be foolish to do that. So, I think I'm just going to be honest. Like, I don't know how to play it. Yeah, we're cool, but at the end of the day, you can only trust somebody as far as you're willing to trust them with $1 million that you're fighting for. So, like, also, they don't call him Chaos Q for no reason. Like,
yeah. Give me your thoughts on Genevieve.
I think Genevieve could be a friend. She seems cool. She seems like somebody who, well, obviously she's great at challenges. I loved watching her play. But then again, she's another one that I might have to, like, you know, girl, I'm watching you.
Yeah, let's talk about some faces we just saw. Give me your thoughts on Joe.
I like Joe, but I think Joe, at least if we're judging based off the game he played before, he might be a little bit rigid, you know? I think in this game, it's easier to play with people who are a little more fluid, willing to turn, willing to change plans at the last minute. I feel like, obviously, listen, Joe's rigid gameplay got him to the end on 48. I don't know how successful that would be out here in a beach full of former players, but I think he could potentially be a friend if he, you know, adopts a little bit more flexibility in his gameplay.
How about Camilla?
I think Camilla could be... Well, actually, you know what? I was going to say friend, but then, you know, we're gonna keep it at friend. We're going to keep it at friend
it's
until...
It's like friend, like verging on fro.
Yeah, friend until proven fro.
Why is that?
Because I also have seen what Camilla's capable of, you know? Get that girl an Oscar. She was acting out there, you know? So I'm not going to completely let my guard down with Camilla, because the way she lied to them people out there, she could certainly lie to me.
How about Kyle?
I would say friend.
Okay.
I like Kyle, and maybe this is just because I've had a little bit more conversation with Kyle in the real world than Camilla, so I have like a teeny bit more to base it off of. But he seems a little bit more open than Camilla, and he seems a little bit easier to read than Camilla.
Well, I guess speaking of open books or lack thereof, any thoughts on the 249ers right now? What are you picking up from them?
I'm not picking up much from either of them, but I don't think that that's a good thing. In my personal opinion, I'd rather walk into a situation where I have something to go off of.
Yeah.
So we're going to slide them both into the faux category until proven otherwise.
What is one person that you wish was out here from a previous season?
Oh, wow, that's a great question. I would love to play with Jeremy. He seems like so much fun. He seems like such good vibes. I would love to play with him.
Yeah, I mean, that would be great. And listen, if there's a fire making challenge, you can just douse it out, right?
Yeah.
Use those firefighter skills.
Yeah.
So sometimes they say that when people come back for future seasons, they oftentimes take things from the winner of their first season and incorporate it into their own game, sort of learn from them. Of course, I know the relationship that you and Kenzie had. Is there anything that you're bringing from her game into your own out here for time number 2?
Yes, there is actually, and it's so funny. I texted her. This was like so long ago, but I texted her and I'm like, like if I ever go back out there, I'm gonna collect a little bit more seashells. And what I mean by that is I would get on Kenzie's ass like all the time, because Kenzie just used to frolic up and down the beach collecting seashells and tying flowers in her hair, and I'm like, bitch, get your head in the game. What are you doing? She's like, it's so beautiful, everything's so wonderful, like we're having a great time. But she was present. She was always present. She was always just like taking in everything around her, and I think that is what made it easier for her to get to the end.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying I'm about to be, just floating around like a fairy, but I am going to try to be more present and kind of take things in, because, obviously an added benefit to that is that, I'm in Fiji. This is amazing. This is beautiful. It's an adventure of a lifetime. But being present will also help you to pick on little nuances that are going up around you that you may not have seen otherwise.
So, coming from 46, and especially your situation, the decision to have a number 1 ally always comes with these drawbacks.
Yeah.
So are there, we ran down a list of obviously some of those friends and those froes. Is there a particular quality you're looking for in a number 1 ally, especially in this season?
You know what? I had an answer to that question the first time we did this. And to be honest, no, I don't want no number 1 ally. I want me to be my number 1 ally, because the last time I put my faith in number 1 ally, I got burned. And
to be fair, so did literally every other person in your cast.
I mean, actually, you're right. My whole entire cast was like a complete shit show. But no, I think when you lean too heavily on the crutch of having that number 1 ally, that person to fall back on, then you kind of lose a little bit of your own balance. And I don't want to do that this time.
That's a good way to put it, that it's like you have to maintain the balance on your own, using your own equilibrium. If you have something alongside you, if that gets taken away, you're much more off balance.
Yep.
You know how I end these things.
Yeah.
We do the celebrity or fictional character loved one. So last time, you said Hermione Granger.
Yes, I remember.
Do you want a mulligan? Do you want to do it again, or do you want to double down on Hermione here?
Okay, and this is the loved one that's... remind me of the...
So it's basically a typical Survivor loved ones visit. They're coming out on the beach, but it's, it could be anybody. It's just as long as it's someone that's not like a family or friend of yours.
Okay, anybody.
Yeah?
Prince.
Ooh, may he rest in peace.
Yes, Prince.
And you got the purple on today and everything?
Yes, I love Prince. I listen to Prince's music all the time. And I think that when I listen to Prince, it just takes me to a different place. And I feel like he would be able to inspire me like no other.
Well, we're about to party like it's 1999.
We sure are, baby. Let's go.
This is RHAP. We know reality TV.